Sheldrick Wildlife Trust was founded in the 1977 by David and Daphne Sheldrick. It is known for rescuing and rehabilitating orphan baby animals whose parents died to various calamities such as drought and starvation.
That cause them to be left orphans. And that is how we can easily tell them apart. I will mention the names one by one, plus their approximated age. And I say approximated because we were really not there when they were born, and so we could not tell the exact age. But there are a number of things that we look at to give our approximation. And since most of them come in as very young, it is very easy to tell. That is why the difference between their real age and approximated age is very minor. Maybe a month or two might be the difference, if there is any. I will start with the elephant immediate on my left. He happens to be the biggest in size in this group. His name is Alarai. He's approximately almost 3 years old. He was rescued from Amboseli National Park. He was found stuck in a drying swamp due to the drought. That's why we had to come in and help rescue Alarai. Taking water from the water trough is an elephant with the name Lord Daika, who is approximately 2 years old. The Lord Daika was rescued from Laikipia, Lord Daika Ranch, and Lord Daika is a victim of human-wildlife conflict in conjunction with starvation due to drought, and that's why he was left alone. Next, after Lord Daika is an elephant by the name Morido, who is approximately about 16 years old, contacting us to help rescue her. And when she arrived in the nurseries, when we discovered that both her hind legs were paralyzed, she could not make any step. She was only dragging both the legs on the ground, and we could not tell what had caused the paralysis. And so we had to give her some time. And after a month, she started to improve and started to make some little steps. And since then, till now, she's getting stronger every day. The big one on my right is an elephant by the name Camille, who is approximately 2 years old. And Camille was rescued from Savo Conservation Area. She's a starvation victim due to drought. She was found collapsed on the ground all alone, very thin and weak and skinny. She was looking like a skeleton when she came in, only having skin and bone left on her for having stayed for a long time without food and water. That's why we rescued Camille. Next to Camille is the elephant by the name Shuja on the other side, next to the lion, the small one. And Shuja is approximately 16 months old. Shuja was rescued from Sava Conservation Area, found stuck in a drying water hole. We do have these water holes that are being used by animals to get water during the dry season. But because of the elongated period of the drought in the course of last year, the water holes have dried as well. And this baby was found stuck in this little sticky mud that was left there after all the water had dried. And that's why we rescued him. And the last one next, the keep on my right, is an elephant by the name Taroha, approximately a year old. One of the latest survivors that we've got in the nursery. You can tell she's still skinny compared to the others. That's because she's not been here for a long time and has been starving out there. At that young age, one still needs the mother's milk, but he was found all alone, very thin and weak, and that's why we rescued Taroha. That makes a total of 16 elephants in the first group. In a few minutes from now, they will all walk away so that we can get in another group of 14 elephants slightly older than what you can see now. Generally, different reasons have caused all these babies to be left orphans, but human-wildlife conflict is the first major reason that has caused most of them to be left orphans. Human-wildlife conflict is a big problem in our country. And this is a problem because there is always an increase in the population of human beings compared to the space or size of land. Health problems. And once identified, we are conducted, and our mobile veterinary unit will either fly or drive to the scene to go and help treat the injured animals and immediately set them free to continue their own natural life after treatment. We also have anti-poaching teams. These teams are mostly based in Savo. They will go around the parks looking for snares and desnaring. The snares are the traps that are set at the parks, especially by the poachers, and sometimes by the communities neighboring these areas to get hold of these other tiny animals for game meat or for skin. And so anti-poaching teams will make sure that they put off all the snares from the parks. Will also help drive away the people that are burning charcoal in the park to ensure that the park is kept free and safe for all wild animals. Our anti-poaching teams will also work together with our K9 unit, whereby in case the signs of poachers identified, our sniffer dogs will assist and make sure that the poachers are caught in the long run. Our anti-poaching teams will also work together with our aerial surveillance. Remember, we do have the planes that will fly in the air, patrolling along the conservation areas. In case there are any illegalities that are taking place within these areas, then our aerial surveillance will be able to notify the Kenya Wildlife Service rangers, and our teams on the ground will make a follow-up, find out what is happening, and help correct the illegality. And lastly, we do have a community project. And our community project is based within Sava Conservation Area. They will go around the communities that are neighboring the park and the reserve, giving them education on how to coexist and stay together peacefully, neighboring one another. It is important for the communities neighboring the parks to know what to do, whom to. At the same time, we can feed the new cow's milk. Since cow's milk has got lots of fats, and elephants are poor fat digestion, we feed them on cow's milk, they will diarrhea today. And that is why we feed them on a human baby formula, whose fats have been emulsified to make it easier for the babies to digest. And it took the founder of this place, the late Dr. Daphne Sheldrick, about 28 years to discover that this is the right formula for them. Before that, she had the trial paramedic and lost most of the fast near this formula. Most of us have survived and gone back into the world. And that's why it is believed to be the most common meal. We feed them on intervals 3 hours day and night. And one elephant takes about 24 liters of milk in a day. We add some minerals, some vitamins, and some protein in milk as well. That was Tingai over there, who has been one of the calm boys around. But since the big boys left, he's trying to show his dominance and bullying the other young ones around. Well, if there are no more questions, I will go ahead and mention the group that has just joined us. And I will start with the elephant at the far end who was being bullied. His name is Tabu. And Tabu is approximately 2 years old. Area found all alone, very thin and skinny, a sign that he was starving. But no mother, no rest of the herd around, and that's why we rescued him. The one that was bullying Tabu is Tingai, who is a guru, found with a spear wound in the back, which is believed to have been caused by human beings. And maybe that is the reason why he was separated from his family. And that's why we rescued him. We are happy to have successfully managed to treat his wound. Right now he's doing well. Next to Tinga is an elephant that after she had been separated from her family by human beings. And so she's a victim of human wildlife conflict. Next to Silaita is Rafiki, three rescued Rafiki. Behind Rafiki is Ahmed, the girl. And Ahmed is approximately almost 3 years. Ahmed was rescued from Sava Conservation Area, found standing next to the dead body of the mother. The mother was starved to death, and that's why we rescued her. On my right is Choka. Choka is approximately 2 years old. Choka was rescued from Sava Conservation Area. He was found standing next to the dead body of the mother. The mother had also starved to death, and the baby left alone behind with the rest of the herd, meaning that he was not strong enough to defend himself, and meaning that he was getting weaker, and so he could have been easily attacked. And that's why the decision was made for Kitty to be rescued. Holding a branch in the middle is an elephant with the name Mukutan. And Mukutan is approximately 2. Mukutan was rescued from Lake India, found in a community farm in a maize plantation with all the rest of the family members. And that's why we rescued Mukutan. It's believed to be a victim of human wildlife conflict. that's why we rescued him. The big one in the middle here is Esoit. It's like about 3 years. And Esoit was rescued from Turo Hills National Park, found together with the mother who had a shattered leg from a natural injury out in the wild. This mother was not in any position to walk around and look for food for herself, which means she was starving, meaning that she did not have milk and baby as well, so the baby was starving at the same time. His mother could not defend herself or protect the baby in case of any attack, and that's why the decision was made for Esri to be rescued. At the top of the hill is the biggest and the oldest, now under the nobody could tell us that. In front of teenage London, 2 years old, also ready to go back into absolutely hard to separate from his human beings, and so he's a victim of human water conflict. On my left is Kindani, who is about 3.5 years, and Kindani was rescued from Male region after she had been separated from her family by human beings. In front of Kindani is Olorian, who is 3 years old, and Olorian was rescued from the Masai Mara. Olorian was found lying down all alone while at the age of about 6 months, without a mother, without a sign of other elephants, and it is not safe at 6 months. She still needed her mother's milk, but nobody knew where the mother was, and that's why she had to be rescued. Actually, elephants approximately 60 to 70 years is the lifespan. In this lifespan of an elephant depends on the nature of their teeth. Elephants have got 6 sets of teeth, and every set will last for about 10 years. Elephants will attain maturity while at the age of between 10 to 15 years, starting with the females. The gestation period of an elephant is approximately 2 years, exactly 22 to 24 months. They'll always stay in groups and families under the leadership of the oldest female, who by natural instinct automatically becomes the leader or the matriarch of the group. The boys will leave the families after maturity, which is about 15 years, while the females will stay together for the rest of their lives. Elephants do have a perfect memory. They will remember everything that happens in their lives. And that's why the saying that goes, elephants never forget, is very, very true. Might be interested in supporting the work that is being done by the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust. And yes, you're welcome. There are different ways that you can help with this. One of the ways is by sponsoring or adopting an elephant. To adopt an elephant, you pay a minimum fee of $50 a year, or 6,000 Kenya shillings a year. Once you pay this fee, which is done by Angela Sheldrick, you also get a picture and profile of your elephant, including an newsletter. Then you'll fill in a form, giving us your details, plus your email address, so that every month we update you and let you know how your elephant is doing, plus all the others that we've got for a friend. And if you do it as a gift, it is the gift recipient that will receive the updates every month. But if you do it for yourself, it's you that will receive the updates every month. Until after 1 year, we let you know, so that you can decide if you want to renew it again or not. And so that is why it is important that after you've seen all the babies that have come before you, you make a choice of which one that you want to have support. And on your way out, you do have the forms for you to fill in, so that you can get a certificate in the name of your elephant and walk back home a very lucky parent to a baby elephant. This will also ensure, and if you're not able to do that right away today, you can pick some information on the table on your way out, which is got a website. When you go back at home, you can go on the website, see all the elephants we do have, and still help support the project by adopting an elephant online. Any final questions?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, if there are no more questions, the elephants are left very few minutes to walk away. That's the end of our viewing. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for visiting the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, and enjoy the rest of your safari.
Let's take it upon ourselves to help the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust by supporting and donating our funds to them so that we can help provide food and other necessities for this endangered species. Thank you.